Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's all right. It's dawned on me today that this is pregnancy relaxation number 4. So that's a big realisation of how long things have been a bit crazy. I know for some of you it's probably been a lot longer if you might have been in isolation before the government put all the restrictions in place. So I hope everyone's okay. And that at the moment seems quite relative. I hope everyone's doing as well as they can be and managing okay. And I hope today and this weekend can create a little bit of some form of Easter celebration, whether that's an Easter egg hunt in the garden or a nice meal or just spending more quality time with family. But I empathise with how tricky things are, and especially with so many changes happening, which is what this relaxation is all about today. It's about feeling calm enough to accept change that's taking place, and for some of us those changes are really quite significant when it comes to pregnancy and labour and birth. But before I go on to that, what I wanted to say is, for anybody who has not joined me before, doesn't know who I am, my name is Meg Briley and I am the founder of A Gentle Journey. I'm a hypnobirthing teacher, I'm a birth and postnatal doula. And I'm doing these free live pregnancy relaxation sessions just to try and provide an opportunity for anybody out there who is pregnant or not to just have a little bit of time, a little bit of an opportunity to take stock and get some space and some quiet time to just really process a connection with you, with baby, just to feel a little bit more rested and a little bit more relaxed. Just as a little heads up, I'm getting some bookings now for into May and June for the private sessions, the private courses that I'm doing online. Information is all on the website, so if you are interested in doing any full private courses with me, basically it's 10 hours of one-to-one hypnobirthing, antenatal, full support, all done via live video link, but there are bookings coming in, so please do let me know if you want to find out a little bit more about that. There is availability still in April, but do get in touch if you want to know any more. So today is about accepting change, and what I think is really, really important is that we don't consider acceptance of change to mean giving up. That accepting change does not have to mean giving all your control away. Accepting change does not have to mean that you are saying yes to losing choices, that you're saying yes to somebody else calling the shots, that you are saying yes to somebody else making decisions for you. Sometimes accepting change involves having to follow a new path because you could not continue the path you were on. So present circumstances are a really perfect example where there's restrictions, there's new policies, there's new rules in place that make some things, some changes unavoidable. However, you are ultimately still completely in control, and you are ultimately the one who is making the decisions, and you will always have choice. So when it comes to pregnancy in the current time, please remember that if I was talking to you, giving antenatal support, if I was doing a hypnobirthing session with you, away from this time, I would be talking to you in great detail about change and flexibility and making decisions and coping with circumstances that were unexpected, and trying to process how you make decisions when things come to you that you weren't expecting or that you that weren't your preferences. So this acceptance of change is nothing new. It's what all pregnant women and pregnant couples, pregnant families should be preparing themselves for. But now the changes that we're having to accept are far more significant in that they come down to the very basics of place and presence of people around us, and they are the ultimate in how we create our birth environment. So allowing yourself to feel comfortable with accepting those changes is really, really important. So that's what this relaxation today is all about. It's all about getting yourself into a calm space, and once in that calm space, recognizing that you can accept changes that are thrown at you. Without a doubt, you can accept them with confidence, and you can accept them knowing that you are still completely in control. So before we start, and as always, I would encourage you to find a place that is physically comfortable for you. So not just sitting cross-legged on the floor, for example, because it's very difficult to hold yourself in a cross-legged position, or with crossed arms, it's likely you might get pins and needles, for example. Find yourself maybe lying on a sofa or lying on a bed, sitting on the floor, leaning back against the chair, perhaps sitting up in bed, lying on a mat on the floor, wherever is really comfortable for you. And before we begin the relaxation, I want to give you some information about a really, really effective breathing technique that I highly recommend you use. What we're trying to achieve is a sense of our body's natural state of calm and relaxation. We call that our parasympathetic state. It's a part of your nervous response system. And breathing through your nose is one of the most effective ways of accessing that parasympathetic state. So when you do your deep breathing or your breathing techniques to calm yourself and slow yourself, breathe through your nose. If you can't, and you've got sinus issues or you're bunged up, then obviously breathe. But the preference would be for breathing through your nose if you can. The second thing, when you're doing a nice deep, calm set of breaths to slow yourself down, is to try and make your out breath longer than the in breath. The technique I would always encourage people to use is to breathe in for a count of 4 and breathe out for a count of 8. That exhale is double the length of the inhale, and that is on purpose. It's to try and make it as long as possible. For those of you who are pregnant or might be struggling at the moment, and for whatever reason, it doesn't matter what the count is. It could be in for 2, out for 4. It could be in for 3, out for 6. It could be in for 4, out for 5. But it's just trying to be mindful of making the exhale, the out breath, longer than the in breath. And that, again, alongside breathing through your nose, can help your body to access the parasympathetic nervous response, the parasympathetic state, which is your body's natural calm, your natural normal state, where your breathing can be at normal rate, your blood can flow at a normal rate, your blood pressure can be normalised. So when I, in this relaxation, encourage you to take deep breaths, then try and, if you can, remember to make those out breaths longer than the in breath. Okay, as always, at the end of the relaxation, I won't be engaging in conversation with you. I will simply end the relaxation and then I will click off. So that's for you to then carry on with your evening, or for you to perhaps fall asleep, or just lay there or sit there and just take the opportunity. If you've managed to find quiet, especially if you've got kids around, if you've managed to find a moment of peace, then make the most of it and stay in that moment for as long as you can. Okay, I'm going to begin the relaxation now. So just get yourself nice and comfortable and take a few moments to get yourself nice and comfortable. Be aware that during this relaxation you can change your position at any point. You don't have to stay still, that shifting might distract you. If you need to move, then do so. And now, if you are comfortable with doing this, then allow your eyes to gently close. And as you close your eyes, just gently allowing your eyelids to close, let everything else fade away in importance. Allow your mind to focus inwards and breathe in deeply. And exhaling as long as you can. And breathing in again deeply through your nose. And exhaling as long as you can. And now breathing in again through your nose. And when you exhale, Make that exhale as long as you can. And as you fall into your own body's natural rhythm of breathing, I'd like you to say to yourself on that out-breath the word relax. So that nice deep in-breath through your nose. And as you exhale, say to yourself the word relax. Just be aware of your breathing now. And with each breath in and each breath out, you're becoming more and more relaxed. And when you breathe out, try to let go. Try to let go of any tension in your body. Focus on those muscles which may have been holding some tension. With every out-breath, allowing that tension to release. Now feeling more relaxed, deeply relaxed. And now, I want you to imagine that you are resting in a beautiful garden. It's a warm summer's day. It's been raining, but the sun has come out again, and you can feel the warmth all around you and the peace and joy that's there. You can feel the warm sun shining on your face. The light and warmth washes over your face, relaxing you even more. You can feel the warmth of the sun glowing all over your body. And one by one, your muscles have released and relaxed. Release and relax. You're now feeling deeply, deeply relaxed. You look at the silky blue sky above you and the white clouds that reflect the shining ball of sunshine hanging in the sky. You can still see showers of silver raindrops on the leaves and the grass. The flowers look as though they've been brushed by a gentle, wet hand. And as you rest in the garden, I want you to now look into the distance. And as you look, you see a rainbow in the clear blue sky. This rainbow is very beautiful and very special. In fact, it looks as though someone's painted it, because it's hard to imagine how something as beautiful as this rainbow could otherwise exist. And as you gaze upon this rainbow, you feel calm. You feel connected to your baby and ready to deal with whatever happens during your pregnancy and upcoming labour. Change is a necessary part of being, and you are open to change. And now, take a look at the colours of the rainbow. I want you to focus on the colour red at the top of the rainbow. Imagine red of all shades, red apples, a red sunset. Smell the rich perfume of red roses. And as you breathe in and out slowly and deeply, appreciate the mind-blowing achievement of developing your baby over the past weeks and months. Now, allow that colour red to blend into the orange in the rainbow. Picture the colour orange. Carrots, tufts of orange marigolds. Listen to the birds of paradise singing their joyful song and feel the sense of expectancy for your upcoming birth. and reflect for a moment on the connection there between you and your baby. You may not be aware of this connection right now, but you've been nurturing your baby from the moment of conception, helping your baby to grow, helping your baby to develop, and you are connected. Your baby is with you, and your baby will work with you when it's time for it to be born, no matter where or when this is. And now, the colour yellow. See in your imagination all the various shades of yellow. The golden yellow of the sun, bananas. Can you smell the tartness of fresh lemons? Relax into the colour yellow and just flow with a feeling of gratitude that you have the ability to embrace change. You are in tune with your instincts. You are able to accept the things you cannot change, and you can find the strength you need to change the things you can. And now green. Fill your imagination with the colour green in that rainbow. Endless shades and tones of green, leaves, grass, plants, emerald green, bright green, subdued green. Experience the fresh scent of pine and listen to the sound of leaves fluttering in the gentle breeze around you. The colour green makes you feel secure and in touch with your healthy body and your growing baby. Now, move down the rainbow to the next colour, the colour blue. Surround yourself with blue. So many shades of blue in the sea, in the sky, the flowers in the garden. You are grateful for the energy you have, and you feel renewed in this peaceful place. You know that you can trust your body. You can trust your baby to have the labour and birth that is positive, no matter where or when this takes place. And now onto violet, the colour of purity. Focus on the multitude of purples around you. Flowers, aubergines, a sunrise. Immerse yourself in the colour of violet. Let the scent of lavender permeate your being. Let yourself be filled with the colour of violet and appreciate your ability to create and nurture this life growing inside of you. Appreciate your strength. And now, wander back to your garden. Look to the sky and see the pure light of the sun and the glorious colours of that rainbow. Visualise each colour filling you with joy and power. You know that no matter how and where you plan the birth of your baby, you know that you are able to accept change. Change in birthplace, changes to your birth preferences. You've been planning this throughout your pregnancy, and you know that no matter what happens, you have the potential and the confidence to take on board whatever happens. Because there have been times in the past when you've adapted easily before, haven't you? Think about the times in the past when you had to change your plans. And you can remember that even though you had to revise plans, you were able to arrange the change and things still worked out well. Whatever it was, you know that you've had to amend things before and things have worked out, haven't they? So, as you wander around this garden, I'd like you to think about this and remember what you did and how well it worked out. And you know, don't you, that you are capable of changing and adapting to new situations, even when it comes to labour and birth. As you wander around your garden, you feel very calm, at peace, and you're enjoying the tranquility. You can hear birds singing. You can hear the wind playing around the leaves in the trees. You breathe in the scent of the flowers. The flowers presenting a rainbow of colours in the garden for you to enjoy, and you look back to the rainbow in the sky and feel the strength and the power as you connect with the colours, as you connect with your baby. Just take some time now and revel in the calm, in the quiet, and the peace of this garden, surrounded by nature. And just as nature and the world around you changes, you know that you are able to change and adapt. And you know that your baby is working with you so that you can have the positive birth that you want, no matter where, no matter when. And now, look around you and feel great joy in the knowledge that just as the colour spectrum of the rainbow changes from red to orange to yellow to green to blue to violet, you have the capacity to accept change. Changes to where you give birth and changes to how you give birth. Change is a necessary part of being, and you are open to change. You know that you can return to your garden and gaze upon this rainbow any time you wish, and that each time you do, you will feel calm, connected with your baby, ready to deal with whatever happens. And now, I will count from 1 up to 10. And as I do, this lasting positive feeling of your strength and adaptability will become firmly fixed deep in your inner mind. 1. I want you to notice how much stronger you feel. 2. How much lighter you feel. 3. 4. How you are looking forward to your baby's birth, no matter where or when. 5. Imagine yourself in the future telling people about your positive birth experience. 6. 7. A unique experience to share together with your baby. 8. Becoming more and more aware of the here and now. 9. Aware of what the room will look like when you open your eyes. 10. And in your own time, if you wish to, gradually allow your eyes to open, feeling calm and confident in your ability to adapt to a positive birth.